Welcome to Instant Replay, presented by Cheez-It for MLS Week 30. My name is Andrew Wiebe, joined as always by the one, the only, peace signs in the air, Charlie Davies. 2 words, my man.
Let's go.
And we've got 9 plays today. We're starting in Atlanta, 5 Stripes, Toronto FC. Ronald Hernandez in the 38th minute on Crescito. Ooh, Charlie, a little bit of a straight leg there. Definitely got the Italian defender in the leg with the studs. Yellow card is the decision. Do you agree? Toronto FC definitely want a red. They spent a lot of time arguing.
Yeah, at first you're thinking, oh gosh, this looks tough, but I don't think there's enough force in this challenge. For me, it's a reckless challenge because it's not a direct challenge on the player. It's more of a, I'm putting my foot up to block the ball. And I think he catches the back leg. Now, if he caught that front leg high and with force, he's off. I think this is on the border, but I'm okay with the call.
All right, let's rewind it. Bernadeschi wants a penalty kick just a couple minutes prior. Is he going to get one? He is not, based on video review. They go take it off. Now, was it for the contact by the Atlanta defender? Just a little shove in the chest? No, it wasn't. Look closer, folks. It's for a possible handball call. Look at that arm dangling from the Atlanta player. The ball smacks it straight on. Now, Charlie, the question is whether or not this is unnatural positioning. We've seen a lot recently where the arm has been straight out, and that would be a clear and obvious handball in my opinion. But I do think it's reasonable to say when the arm is down toward the side and not extended out or moving toward the ball, that is a natural position. No handball is the right call for me. Okay, to Colorado, Vancouver we go. 31st minute. Branko Veselinovic fouls Jonathan Lewis, but was it in the penalty area? The referee crew says yes. Call stands. Diego Rubio finishes from the spot. But Charlie, I think it's pretty clear and obvious that the contact starts outside the penalty area. What do you see here?
I see what you see, Andrew. The contact clearly happens outside of the area. Now, Jonathan Lewis falls into the box and the momentum carries him into the box, so I understand that the referee might think it's a penalty. But VAR official Nima Sagaki has to signal Kevin Stott to the monitor because it is clear and obvious. Producer Rich, zoom in right there. That is the contact right there where Jonathan Lewis's leg catches the back of the calf. Once that contact initiates him falling, that is where the foul takes place.
Completely agree, Charlie. This occurred outside the penalty area, and there wasn't a hold that started outside and continued inside to make it a penalty. It's that contact by the legs. In my opinion, this should not have been a penalty. All right, let's take a look at a couple potential DOGSO plays here. We start with Portland, Minnesota. 88th minute, Diego Chara says, hey, hold on. I was going to be in on goal, and then I got fouled. That's not DOGSO? What do you think, Charlie? Does he have a case here? I think if he doesn't get fouled, he's getting a shooting opportunity.
Maybe, but what I would say, it's not clear and obvious that it is a DOGSO play. There are a number of players around. It's a congested area. Yes, my man Diego Chara is on a tear, but it is not, for me, clear and obvious DOGSO.
In this case, Portland win 1-0, so they don't have too much to complain about. But LAFC were pretty frustrated on this call in the 9th minute on Ryan Hollingshead. This was initially a yellow card shown by referee John Freeman, but he was called to the monitor and came back with the red card for DOGSO on Hollingshead. Charlie, first and only question, because if this is a foul, it is obviously DOGSO. So, is it a foul on Ryan Hollingshead?
It is a foul on Ryan Hollingshead. At the first initial look, I'm thinking, oh my God, he took the perfect angle. It was the slightest window to get this touch on the ball, which he does. But if you zoom in, this is where producer Rich is at his best. There is the slightest of contact from Ryan Hollingshead on the foot of Paul Arriola as he's winding up. It is that slight touch that is a foul. So it is mind-blowing to me that the red wasn't shown initially because they were on an island. That was the last defender for LAFC. So, yes, it is a foul and a red card for DOGSO.
Got to be a tough one for LAFC to swallow given the degree of the contact. How about this one, though? Another Arriola play. 58th minute. Was Arriola onside when he was called offside on this goal? The goal did not stand. It did not go to video review, and I think ultimately that is the right decision. My brain, my hunch says onside, but I'm looking at this and I know way better than to claim or to think it's clear and obvious when it's this close. The AR is in position on that sideline. He raises his flag for offside. He thinks it's clear and obvious. We don't have an angle or anything to tell us for sure that Areola is onside. So I think this was well done by the process of video review. All right, let's take a look at a couple from Philly Orlando. 18th minute, Orlando fans are up in arms, Charlie. They say Jose Martinez should have been sent off for this chest bump, and I guess I'm letting my opinion leak through there because I said chest bump, not headbutt, as they said.
I'd say simmer down, Orlando City fans. This is a chest bump, nothing more. Jose Martinez fired up, and this is exactly the reaction that you would expect to get out of him if you get under his skin. So I'd say keep the ball at the back of the net. This is not a red card.
Well, look, Orlando fans might be saying, oh, you guys are biased. What are you talking about? You're letting Jose Martinez off scot-free. I would ask you, where is the evidence that there's a headbutt here? I don't see any. It seems pretty clear and obvious to me that it's chest to chest, and the Orlando player makes a meal out of it, grabbing his head, going down. But if we were going to give a red card, if video review was going to get involved, there needed to be clear and obvious evidence of a headbutt, which there absolutely is none. All right, one more from this game. 53rd minute, 2-1 Union at this point. They would go on to stretch that lead, including via this play, a penalty called on the Orlando goalkeeper. What do you think, Charlie? Do you see a foul here?
For me, that is not a penalty. I'm with Philadelphia analyst Danny Higginbottom as Mika Uwa pokes the ball, and it's a fumbled cross. Easy cross, but he pokes it out, expecting the goalkeeper to make contact. Look at his left leg. It's bent already. He's going down in hopes that this contact would lead to a penalty. For me, not enough contact for a penalty. And he's playing to it.
Charlie, I think the video assistant referee agreed with. He sent the referee to the board, but the call on the field stood, and I can understand both sides here. I see your point. I see the video assistant referee's point. I also see the referee's point that there is clear contact here, so I'm not sure I see a clear and obvious error. Either way, Philly go on to win 5-1. All right, Charlie, you did this one live. Red Bulls, New England, 1-1 in the 75th minute. So I'll take this play for you. Tommy Mack called for a penalty kick after video review invokes a clear and obvious error, and I completely agree with the video assistant referee and the referee who went to the monitor and said, yes, this is a penalty. Tommy Mack has a clear hold of that jersey, and he pulls down Lewis Morgan, who goes on to score the PK. That is a penalty, folks, since the game-winning goal for the Red Bulls. That's a correct use of video review, in my opinion. Last play for us here. Friday night, Montreal-Columbus. Luis Diaz gets a red card via video review after kicking out on Kai Kamara, Charlie. To me, this is a pretty clear call. It's off the ball. You kicked the man. That's violent conduct. The only way that you could argue it wouldn't be a red card is if you say it is not excessive force or brutality. Do you see excessive force or brutality here? Because you can't deny that Luis Diaz kicks Kai Kamara.
It's brutality, plain and simple. I think you can't, as a player, react in a negative manner by kicking out at a player. This, for me, is a straight red, and they did a good job of getting it right.
As always, when you're watching MLS, if you see something you want us to break down, say something. Our Twitter handles are on the bottom of the screen. A big welcome back to our producer and editor extraordinaire, Rich Hernandez, and a thank you to Phil Levanco for filling in all these weeks. For Charlie Davies, I'm Andrew Wiebe. We'll see you next time.